Hi, everybody. And today we're very excited to have the co-founder of Agent Upgrade, which is our marketing agency, here with us today. And they only work with top teams around the US. And so they have this great tailored approach to how they do our marketing and PR. And we're so happy that Sydney was able to join us today. Hey, Sydney.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I think, one of the main things that I just wanted to talk about today is what we do for you guys. So you're able to do the things that matter most, which is spending time with your clients, selling your listings, being able to have the time to be on property as much as you possibly can when in comparison to other agents who are having to do all of their own marketing themselves. So I think that's, obviously a huge differentiator for you guys. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and I think you bring up such a great point too, because that is our job. We should be out there pounding the pavement, getting new business, not sitting at our desk in our office worrying about what the e-blast or the social post is going to look like. And that's why we have you guys. And I think
Right.
that really drove that decision for us.
Yeah, I think when we initially meet with sellers and we talk to them just about what we do in our marketing approach, and I think oftentimes it could be very vague, and they're meeting with different agents at different companies that there are things that sound very similar. We're going to take great photos. We're going to, put it on Instagram.
Right.
But, and I think a lot of people, and why would they, don't understand just how much goes into marketing their listing.
Right.
Which is why we have your team behind us. So we'd love to
because
tell us about your approach.
yeah, exactly. I mean, as you said, you really shouldn't be spending time. Your focus is to understand the market and what's going on in the market, not trying to figure out like what the latest Instagram trends are or how to optimize a YouTube ad, the best way possible. That is our job. So you can feel confident when you go in and talk to sellers. We're doing every single thing that we can to get your property to the most amount of people that is very specific to this market or the specific buyers that we're looking for. So as far as our approach goes, we have marketing managers and social media managers, as you guys know, that work on your team. So we have a social media manager that eats, sleeps, breathes social. She knows all the trends. The team knows what's going on with social, how things are changing so that your accounts are able to be as optimized as possible by the day. We're hitting those trends. We're making sure that your listings are getting out there to the right people, as I said. And then for the marketing manager, they are super in touch with what's going on in the digital space. How is Google, working right now? What's the algorithm like? How can we get your property pages or your website out there on Google more? Your email open rates, obviously, as we've previously discussed, are 10x what your peers are because of the way that things are optimized when they're being sent out, where the buttons are on the page, how the images are laid out. It's all of those things that you guys, as agents aren't focused on, but we are, so that we can make sure that, like I said, your listings are out there for the correct people and to as many people as possible.
Yeah, and I think you bring up a lot of good points, but those nuances of marketing that we don't really think of, and the people that were our clients that were either selling for or helping buy, they're not thinking of those things. And so I think the really great thing that we get is that eat, drink, and sleep approach to marketing overall. And especially, in this age of like video and social being so important. And, it's like it becomes an afterthought as an agent. And I think we found so much value in having you guys part of our team because we really get that approach. And being at a firm like Compass, where branding and marketing is been really front of mind, and we do have a great marketing team in-house, having you guys embedded in the team and really know what we're doing and understand what's happening in our worlds has just made it that much more, critical for us.
Totally. I mean, I think there's so many layers to marketing and how social and marketing speak to each other. And you would only know that if that was your full-time job, right? And that's ours. So I think so many of your peers and in most agents and most small businesses in general, they do what they think is necessary, right? Okay, I need to post on social, check. I need to send an email, check. I need to have a website, check. But how do they speak to each other? How are they working with each other? How are we reaching your target audience? How are we reaching that specific buyer for this type of listing? And those are the things that we're thinking of for your properties and for your brand.
How do you see the marketing world shifting in real estate now that the real estate market has changed? I think 6-7 months ago, it was really easy to sell something and it sold really quickly. And now you're seeing these listings stay on the market. And what are you guys doing or implementing to help agents in a changed market?
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one thing that we're talking about internally is what can we do that's low cost or free? That's going to get these agents' names out there. That's the number one thing that we're focused on right now because, your properties are sitting a little bit longer. There's less inventory, which means less money coming into the business. So we need to be creative in getting your name out there for maybe less money or free, right? Which really is focused on social and email and your website. But also just in general, over the past 9 or 10 years, I've been doing this. I have seen a rapid decline moving from print to digital, which I'm sure everyone assumes that, but it is pretty crazy. I mean, I think most of the quote unquote top agents over the past 5 years, they've been in the industry for 20 years. And when they got in the industry, running a big print ad in the New York Times or whatever was the thing to do, and it's just not the thing to do anymore. And there are some movers and shakers and some agents who are focused on digital, and that's how they're able to get these huge audiences on social or on their email lists because they're focused on digital content. And so I would say that's the biggest transition that I've been seeing.
Yeah. And I think you've really helped us with our digital footprint and really with I think what's interesting, this is in a world that I'm familiar with, but really you're able to take each listing of ours and create a tailored approach for it. So that does have a good visual footprint online and it's reaching the right people. It's not just putting it out there and,
Exactly.
Yeah, it seems
well,
like
every agent does send a mass email.
Right. Marketing is so much more tailored now. And I think digital speaks to that, where, you'd run an ad in a magazine or in a newspaper and you don't get any calls on it, right? But with digital, you leave a footprint that can be tracked and analyzed and you can see who's looking.
We're targeting, we're targeting specific people who have clicked on something specific, people who have gone to your guys' website before, people who have inquired. When you run a print ad, you're spending what, $5 to $10 grand on a print ad. You don't know who's picking that up.
No,
you have no idea.
Right.
But with a digital ad, we could spend 1/4 of that and reach the exact audience that we're trying to reach. Yeah. And with the listings, I mean, it's as you guys know, branding and understanding your audience is the number one thing that's important to me. That is the question that we answer all day long when we're talking about branding, when we're talking about client marketing or agent marketing, who's their audience? But when we're talking about a listing, if Jess or a marketing manager comes up to me and says, we have this listing, I don't have any ideas, what should we do? My first question is, who's the buyer? Who's the buyer? Because that's going to tell us what the marketing plan is. And I think a lot of agents kind of get in this habit of doing the same 5 things for every listing. And that's not really the best approach anymore, especially with everyone being so focused on digital.
Yeah. Right. And that's usually with our weekly call. That's where it starts. It's what do you have coming on? What do you have in the pipeline? And how are we going to position this? And oftentimes our marketing with these properties, it starts 30 days before we even list the property.
Right.
And it's really mapping everything out so we can not just get the property exposure, but get it in front of the right people.
Right, because the right person is going to buy it for the right price and the seller will be happy and it'll be a fast and easy deal.
Yeah, and I think, all of this speaks to a more intelligent, comprehensive marketing that is much more targeted than it was even 5-10 years ago.
Right.
And we are only able to achieve that because you guys are here to help us. So we love working with you guys, and
Yeah.
and hope that next year is even a better year for all of us.
Yes. I'm happy to be here. You guys are like the perfect clients. You are open to trying new things. You're open to trying what the trends are. And that's how we're able to find success and see this rapid growth in your numbers.
Now we just need to get Steve on TikTok, and then we'll.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do those
Yeah.
silly videos. We just launched one.
Yeah.
I've
That
gotten
would be
many
amazing.
compliments or questionable looks from, but yes, we have to be open to new.
Yes.
New is
Right.
Always. Always.
is important. So thanks so much, Sydney. Really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
guys.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.